Which brings us now to our last topic, Trice's bread and butter.
Well, thank you for the glorious introduction. So it's just a few things in Tech Talk this week. First, just want to run down the Meta glasses that was announced at the Meta conference a couple days ago. These are by far. So I just want to preface that these are really putting Apple and that whole Vision Pro thing kind of like what the fuck? Because I mean, mind you, that VR headset where Apple is kind of like over. I don't know. It's just over. Everything is over the top. It's $3,500 for a very limited amount of content. These, on the hand, Meta announced that these are $800 and they are still partnered with Ray-Ban. But these are the closest thing to having Tony Stark glasses because it has a mini display in the lens, like literally that you control with hand gesture. There's a mini screen that pops up in the corner of the lens as you're looking out of it. So these are really was the biggest announcement and big hot topic from the conference. I just want to go down the list. So basically, you see the little display in the right lens right here. So it's different things that you can actively record, show, display while pretty much without even if somebody's looking at you, they can't tell you're looking at the mini screen in the lens, which is very, very, very incognitos type. Like you can record while people don't know, which is kind of scary and kind of interesting at the same time. So just to give a breakdown, this is a 12 megapixel camera with a 3x zoom. It comes with a wristband that uses EMG signals from your wrist and fingers to control the glasses without touching them, swiping, tapping, small gestures. Battery life is 6 hours for mixed use with the collapsible charger case that comes with it, gives extra hours, of course. It comes with 2 colors, frame, lens options. The 2 colors is black and sand. And the software that is used is the Meta AI with visuals, which enhance the show answers and the step-by-step instructions, display messages, previews, live, and it has live translation. Live translation is really a big deal for a lot of these product announcements from Apple, Meta, and Samsung. I didn't even realize, I guess, the need for it, but I just guess we can go do our Japan trip and not have to worry about talking Japanese. It does have gesture control with a neutral band, volume scrolling, replying vis-a-vis the virtual keyboard. So it has a virtual keyboard, which is kind of crazy. And you can display it when you want it, and you can take it away when you don't. And this is just the next gen. This is the second gen because my uncle actually just bought the first generation of these, and he be driving and he be recording like himself driving just because we stay around a lot of bad drivers. And so a lot of near accidents, and like on a motorcycle, I can see where recording you driving can be very, very, very good. And so it's just interesting that we're getting more and more close to Tony Stark's glasses in real life. It definitely has still some way to go. You know, Meta, the only apps that support it is the developing party from Meta. So that's kind of a thing. But I'll be very interested once they open this up and allow third parties to develop apps for this virtual glasses, how far this could go. Because honestly, the possibilities are endless. And because it's just glasses, not a full fucking 30-pound headset like the Vision Pro, I find this a lot more entry-level friendly, so it's a lot more comfortable, and the price is a lot more affordable. I mean, $800 from $3,500, you can't even compare. So, and it gets 6 hours of battery. I just think this product has a lot of upside, and I think it still has room to grow. And whenever Meta allows third parties to develop apps for it, I think it's going to even go into another universe after that. So that is pretty much everything that was announced during just for this Meta glasses. I mean, there was other things, but this is, I think, the most exciting and the most futuristic like and jump from the previous generations of stuff they announced in the old Meta conference. But tell me, what do you think? Like, because you wear glasses, do you think you will one day buy a Meta glasses from Ray-Ban?
Sold.
Oh my God.
Sold.
Didn't take much. Okay.
It didn't. It didn't.
So tell me, what is so appealing about this for you? I don't wear glasses, so therefore, I don't know. This, not saying I wouldn't get this, because anything to get me closer to Tony Stark products and toys, I'm here for. But it's just, I don't know if could I wear these all day. I don't know about that. Just because I don't wear glasses, I wear nothing but sunglasses, and I take them off right when I'm done driving. So tell me what is appealing about everything I just said about these Meta glasses for you?
So the interactability of them catches my attention. Little screen thing. Now, I must ask, what are all the apps or quote unquote uses of this? It would not be something that I would probably use on like every day or all day because I do wear glasses. I don't need to. It's just for helpful purposes. I would wonder, like, yo, can a prescription be done with these?
Oh yeah, because you can get your prescription with the Apple Pro Visions.
Oh man. Sold. But like what are the applications for this besides just probably Facebook or something? Like you said, I know you said your uncle, he records as he's driving, which would be a good thing because ever since I saw that video of those scammers abruptly stopping and then backing up to that lady's car, like, oh, she hit us. The dash cam was the only thing that would saved her in court. Like, hey, that ain't how that went down. But as you were saying, closer we get to Tony Stark's glasses and everything, I'm just curious, like, like what are some of the beginning applications they have or allow you to do with it? And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?
The glasses support, it's just basic device management setup, media capture and sharing, Meta AI integration and voice assistant. So basically like Hey Siri, so you can kind of just do that with your glasses. Notifications and messaging, you can message people, call people from these glasses. You can talk to somebody through these glasses. And then
Oh.
they have the live captions and translation feature, navigation and maps, so you can pretty much basically like a heads up display for when you're driving and you need GPS guidance. You control music and audio controls, and just like I said, gesture controls. You can look at photos, you can play videos, you can share straight from the glasses itself. And there's a lot of more apps and functionality that is still in development that they're in like actively trying to develop now. They're actually trying to allow you to edit video in the app for the glasses, which is crazy to think about. But I'm just really curious the battery life, and I know the case that it comes in has it charges, but like for people that do have a prescription, like is that going to be a thing? Like, are you going to always want your glasses to be be powered on if this is your prescription? Because I mean, and some of these things you probably can turn off. I mean, I'm not saying like a lot of these things you have to keep on all the time, but I'm just really curious for someone that wear glasses, would this be something you will wear, like replace the glasses you have now?
To give it a trial run, yeah, I'll check them out. The battery thing is not enticing to me. You said 6 hours. That's not even a full work shift. But I'm pretty sure as time goes on, they'll figure out how to make it
Yeah.
more efficient or better battery usage out of it. Or maybe, like you said, I can have them on, do what I need to do, carry on by my normal day as I go along, and then like, hey, turn them on. I want to do this, etc. I can have my music on, do whatever, and no one will notice it. And like, oh, all right, we're done. Let me go go ahead and turn them back off and go back to doing whatever else it was.
Yeah.
That's at least that's how I'm imagining it. If that's possible, I don't see the point in them need to be powered on at all times if you're not utilizing or doing anything with them at all times. But I definitely would. That's why I asked about the prescription thing. If I had a prescription thing and not have to constantly worry about switching back and forth between regular and these, then oh yeah, absolutely. Not a price. Yeah, it's a
I
little
mean,
up
but
there, but
glasses
hey,
are kind
800.
of expensive. I wonder can well probably not. Well, I about to say I wonder can you claim this against your insurance, your vision
Yeah,
insurance?
that's a great question. I'm like, man, $800. 800 a lot more attractive than 3,500. Eight
Whew.
hundred. That's a hard no. 3,500.
Yeah.
That's almost more.
Yeah, it's definitely a steep step up. And I would say that, like I said, I went and did the Apple preview of the Vision Pro. It's a very uncomfortable after a certain amount of time. It's very, very heavy. And these, I just think comfortable when it comes to comfort, is probably going to outdo the Vision Pro. And not saying they're really comparable, products, because the Vision Pro is kind of more like a VR system, where these are like a everyday wear type of thing, but with an enhancement feature. And so I just think I'm really intrigued by this product. I don't think too highly of Meta. And there's one thing too with these I'm really curious is security. Meta has kind of been known to be kind of, not saying they
Kind of
lax on
intrusive.
security, but like they're just not like where Apple makes a valid like, hey, no, we're clink clink, we lock down. Meta is kind of, hey, that's not something to deter anybody from buying the glasses. That's a company practice thing that I have an issue with. But I'm very intrigued by this. I don't know if this is the second generation, so they have made a lot of improvements from the first one, and it's gotten better. I'm just very intrigued on the future for this product, going even when it goes to Gen 3, Gen 4. Like, it could get thinner, probably more improved battery life with more app support, and like I said, third party. This could be a powerhouse product for Meta, without a shadow
Oh
of
yeah.
a doubt. But
Oh
like I
yeah. If
said,
done, if done correct.
this product intrigues me more than the Vision Pro, where the hype machine of Apple made it seem like Vision Pro was going to change the industry, change all this stuff. And I'm not saying it can't. It's just very quiet right now for Vision Pro, where I think this is getting more of a reaction from the community. It's getting more buzz, and it's probably going to do a lot more sales than the Vision Pro, honestly. Just looking at it objectively, just from the entry level.
I can agree with that.
Kind of wraps up the Meta glasses and the Meta conference. Very much intriguing conference. Watch it if you didn't watch it. And let me know in the comments, like, are you excited for these Meta glasses? Could you see yourself wearing these all day, every day? And are these the closest thing to a Tony Stark glasses, where he was showing all the displays and stuff like that? What is that? Captain America Civil War, where he had it. And I say so. I say we're getting closer and closer to really living
I
out
think
our
I think
Tony
it was
Stark.
Age of Ultron that he had those.
He might have had those on too. Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, it's Tony Stark. I mean, I'm pretty sure everything had a display or some type of futuristic tone to it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued, very excited. Not saying I'm gonna buy one now. Like, let's calm down now. But I listen, Gen 3, if it could like get thinner and more battery life and display probably get even more intuitive, I could probably see myself dropping the 8 with ease.
I say we get the battery life together, maybe some better color options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure the thickness is due to probably for durability and
Yeah,
for all the
durability
tech
in the
inside
battery.
of it.
Yeah.
But we get down to maybe a clean 500. No, you got me.
500 plus prescription price.
Yeah, it'd be 500. But see, that's what I'm saying. Let your insurance circumvent some of that.
Yeah, because I don't know if insurance no, definitely not no VR headset. Because I was about to say when
No.
I went to do the presentation of it, my friend, she wore glasses, so they had these tester lenses for people that with prescription. And the reason why, because she was prepared to buy the hunk of a. The only reason why she didn't is because the prescription time for them to fill the little prescription inserts, when we went, it would have been 3 months. And she just was like, nah, she needs instant gratification for when she spends money. And she was
Absolutely.
like, no, I'm not waiting 3 months. So that's the only reason why she didn't get the Vision Pro. And mind you, we went through the presentation. It's nice. I'm not saying it's not a nice product, but I don't know if it's nice enough for $3,500, and it's very bare bones features and applications. Now, could I see Apple Vision Pro kind of doing like these meta glasses where the second generation is a lot more tuned, is a lot more has a lot more support? We got to talk about bringing down the price and making sure it's not so goddamn heavy. I think, yeah, the Vision Pro could do some generation 2 could do some spikes in sales, but as it sits right now, yeah, the Vision Pro is just not entry level friendly where these are. And I think Meta has positioned themselves very deliberate with their price point of $799. And these do come out September 30th, so they are going to be available here very shortly. Of today's recording is the 20th, so 10 days these will be on the market. And I'll be very curious to see, and I will report the sales figures and where they're projected to do. I didn't look up Gen 1 sales because I mean it's in the past, so long ago. But I just think this is very intriguing. Moving on, and this is just our last thing we're going to talk about in Tech Talk this week. Just because I haven't got the new iPhone in the mail yet, it's coming here in a couple days, so that's why the Tech Talk was originally going to be about. But I just want to talk about the iOS system 26 update. So, did you take the update? Question 1. I probably know the answer. Of course. So,
We're not letting Skynet closer to its goal.
So I did not. I didn't get the phone. The phone is coming in 2 days, but I did get the new Ultra 3 watch. And when I say beautiful black watch, spectacular battery life. It's everything that I thought it was. But in order to start up the watch, I was forced to do this 26 update. And I just I just want to run down everything that is offered in this iOS 26 update. This is them going very heavy with this liquid glass design. And I just want to preference that I don't really know how I feel about it in everyday life and usability. It's kind of, and maybe this is just something I have to get accustomed to. I have to live with for a couple weeks. It's kind of I don't know how I feel about it. It's just, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I hate it. We was talking to our friend in the group chat. You know, we talk a lot of stuff. We go back and forth about a lot of Apple and tech things. He said that this is the transparency can be adjusted, and he did adjust it, you know, just for visibility improvements. And he said this is something that Apple is probably going to keep tuning until they get to a good point. I just don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I like it. I'm look, just like you, I'm kind of confused. And I'm really curious who asked for this. It makes me feel like this iOS update, I mean, it has some good things about it, but I just feel like it's merging, it's making the differentiation from iOS and Android phones, like the differences are getting more and more blurred. Like they're starting to look like kind of the same, which is very, very different from Apple's approach to, you know, the design and the feel of their products. Like, do you feel like iPhones are starting to look more and more like Android operating systems more than ever before?
Yes.
Or is that just me? Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No, it's not just you. I have stated before. Steve Jobs is no longer with us. Creativity, ingenuity have left Apple. And every so many blue moons when they choose to upgrade whatever to the phones, it's almost like playing catch up. It's like, we have this. Oh, yeah, this is a nice new feature. Well, Samsung phones have had that 5 years ago. Well, I ain't had a Samsung, and it just really feels like they're just trying to make sure every year when something comes out, hey, we got something.
Yeah, they gotta sell you something for the hype machine.
Yeah, but that goes to why, like I was telling you, people are not buying these phones in droves like that anymore. These phone companies have massive, massive marketing campaigns to where either, hey, come switch your carrier and you get the new iPhone on us, half off, this X amount of credit, whatever they can give you, just to make sure we get the new iPhone in your hand so that, to keep you from having the old one. We need to keep you spending. And it's just showing a real lack of, like, what is it that we're doing now? What more can you add to either the phone or the watch that your competitor has not already done and or perfected in some type of way? Like, I ain't gonna lie.
I just think, to what you just said, especially when you have this reputation of when you do something, no matter if it's already been done, but when you come to the market and you do it so perfectly. And you can't say that about anything Apple nowadays, okay? Like the fact that it took them 10 years to do a calculator on the iPad is just laughable. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, we wanted to make sure when we did it so well, and it was a calculator don't take 10 years to make, sir. Stop playing with me. Yeah, that reputation that Apple, whenever they choose to do something, they do it so great, so perfection. It becomes the new standard in the marketplace. Is the golden girl days of Apple. It's in the past.
So with that, I feel, I mean, a lot of flack for this, that Apple users are like Nintendo youth. They are more than happy and content to just keep eating up whatever Apple or Nintendo gives them. And then let's say a third-party game that comes to Nintendo that's been on every other platform, and they're like, oh man, this game is amazing. This is the best game ever. Just so great. And everyone's like, yeah, we already played that. And then it's the same with Apple. A feature comes to Apple, and it's like, oh my God, it's groundbreaking. It's innovative. No one can top them. It's like, other phones, the Google phone, Samsung or whoever, they've already had that. And then they're sitting there just like, well, yeah, but it wasn't like this. No, it kind of really was like that. It's all the same. You're telling yourself something different, but it really is all the same. And I don't know. Like, because at some point, when is this going to stop? Every new year, the phones come out. And the amount of people that keep adopting and taking the newest set version of whatever is dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. Because it's like, well, why? The iPhone 16 does what I take it maybe further. The iPhone 12 does what an iPhone 17 does. It makes phone calls, it sends texts, sends emails, and you can watch YouTube on it and the internet. That's pretty much what all these phones are.
Yeah.
You just want to look sexier while doing it.
Yeah. And the camera might have slight changes in it. That's about it.
Oh, well, like I said on the last episode, iPhone, they make sure that camera is on point. Every 20-year-old girl going through, her time and trials in life that says, I'm going to be a photographer, and she has her iPhone in her hand.
That's
she's
not
on
gender specific.
It's not.
There's definitely
not,
men out there
saying,
that really think they are a photographer too.
Or men who walk around and be like, hey, I love to take a picture of you. So when they just whip out and I'm like, yo, is that an iPhone? But the latest iPhone, that's what they own. But as far as any and everything else, I mean, besides my paranoia on why I don't take the updates, because I mean, let's not forget Apple was caught with their pants down in court admitting that yes, they do tamper with the old devices to make you buy the new ones. But besides that, anyone in the tech world should know new software does not mix well with old hardware. It's just a staple of tech. That's one. Two, majority of the time, I get comfortable on whatever OS it's on, and whatever they add, it's just shift around just enough to say, oh, we changed this, but it's really just the same. You just dressed it up more nicely.
Yeah,
you went from Stacey Adams to Steve Madden's. That's it. That's all it is. And
stop.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying this is all my opinion. I'm not trying to down anyone's brand loyalty or whatever the case may be, because like I said, these corporations are not your friends. But it looks nice. It looks nice. I don't see nothing special about it. It's an OS system, live translation, and that's cool. A new lock screen, animated album art, hold assist on calls. Just all this thing. I mean, but let's be real. All this is doing is just making us more lazier. It's just
Um,
slowly inching
it's
that
not.
door for Skynet to come in and be like, yo, I
Well,
got this for
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, Skynet is a real thing, and it's very much here in our face. But it's not. It's tech is not here to make us more lazy. It's to enhance our life and our comfortability. Okay, sir.
That is a fancy way of saying lazy. I'm gonna do a quick short infamous story time. Once upon a time, when televisions were first made, you had to get your ass up to turn the channel, and then technology came
and,
around,
and 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 and
and you can
some
do it from the comfort of your chair and/or
no,
couch.
no, you're not telling that story accurately. Some problem solver came up and was like, "Why the fuck do I have to continue to get up to switch the fucking channel? Let me build a receiver that can fucking input when I want to change." It was a problem solver. He came in,
It's
he
the
solved the
same
problem.
story. You just added extra words.
That's all tech and technology is. It's problem solving. It's
Yeah,
not being
yeah.
lazy.
We'll see about that. Instead of you learning a
Blasphemy.
new language, your meta glasses are translating for you in real time.
Hey, and not just your glasses, your Apple Pro is yeah, yeah, well, okay. Yeah, that's a little.
Yep, yep.
I mean, but that's just solving a problem as well. You
That's
speak
true.
Spanish, I speak English. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I
Yeah.
could be in a position to help you, but I can't because I don't know what you're saying. And here comes Apple AirPods translating everything that this Spanish speaker's saying. It's not being lazy.
You want to hire her? You just shoot up an email.
Hey, listen, Apple, EA with Madden. Listen, I'm telling you, I could do it for a third of the price. Anyway, just playing. We will not be taking money from these blood sucking companies to sell you on bullshit. That is
That's
our
not what we're about.
promise to you. But yeah,
We're
just
here
to
for the
wrap up.
consumer because we
Yeah,
are the consumer.
yeah, right. Listen, just to wrap this up, the biggest new features from this iOS update is that the lock screen can be edited and change colors. Whoop-de fucking do. You can make the numbers big, small, the widgets. Whoop-de fucking do. Spam call and call screening and hold assist. Now this is kind of interesting to me. Better spam filtering and call screening. If unknown numbers call you, they'll I guess the system would generate and request, "Who the fuck are you? Tell us your name and the reason why you're calling this number." I thought
Oh,
that
I
was
like
kind of
the sound
cool.
of that.
Yeah, because when I say
Okay, I'm down for that.
I silence all unknown numbers that call my phone, baby, because the spam is just out of control now. And now that
Out of
can
control.
they tailor to your area code, makes it that much worse. So yeah, I'm here for that feature. Yeah. And so it's that live translation. I said that 5 million times. Redesigning looks like the photo app, the camera app. It looks different. They kind of changed the little icons on the app. Definitely on screen visual intelligence. Now in the keynote or event, whatever you want to call it, they did kind of tell that they're making these strides to improve the AI. Because let's be honest, in the last year's iPhone, the AI branding was a bunch of bullshit. But even with the AI support, it's just now catching up to Samsung and Android. A lot of stuff that they've already been doing. Like if you text somebody that, "Hey, I have a flight at such and such time," the AI of the phone will literally pull up your flight information and embed that in the message. Things like that has already been a thing with Samsung and Android multiple years ago, and here is Apple just now catching up. So it's that, a little other enhancements, adaptive navigation. They did redo the Apple CarPlay. It has that mirror glass, whatever you want to call, look to it. And I know the Apple CarPlay is supposed to get a big update here shortly. And they're whenever that's supposed to release, I can't even remember. Performance is supposed to be improved, but that's a bunch of crocker shit. The complaints and issues that came from this iOS 26 update, there has been a big backlash or disgruntled in iPhone users that this update drains the fuck out of your battery. You know, I'm sure the mirror look does not help. The always on features and a lot of background updating that the update requires, this iOS update requires, does not help, especially if you got an older device. And a lot of people are very mixed, just like I am, on this whole liquid glass design, because a lot of people, not saying that they are avoiding getting glasses, but you know, they might be right on the cusp of either needing or not needing them. And the readability, a lot of people are disgruntled about the liquid glass in that regard. It makes and especially in the control centers, they complain about the visibility and the readability of that, and they just don't like the liquid glass design. You know, it's not for everybody. It's overly fancy, visually heavy, it's very intrusive, and and like I said at the beginning, it takes some time to get adjusted. I took the update Friday, it's Saturday, I'm still adjusting, and I've been playing with the transparency setting in it. And it's definitely gonna take a minute, and I think Apple still needs to tweak it some here and there throughout the upcoming year until we get iOS 27. I think it's still some adjustments that need to be made, but that is the iOS 26 update in short and sweet recap. And like I said, next Tech Talk next week, I will have the iPhone 17 Pro Max review, because I will have it in my hands then, and I'll definitely set it through the benchmarks and all that. So look forward to that for next week. But let me know in the comments how you feel about the Meta glasses and the new iOS 26 update. Is it for you? Did you take the update? You know, or are you like my cousin where you like, nah, you wait and see and try to wait it out until they make the adjustments or the patch 1 day updates and whatever you want to call it? And are you looking forward to the design of iOS going forward? Like I said, I feel like you really can't tell the difference between Apple and Android phones more and more nowadays. And if you agree with that or if you disagree with that, definitely let me know in the comments below. But Infamous, you got anything else you want to add at the end of this segment?
I'm just waiting for the iPhone Fold.
Oh my God.
I know I'm part of the problem, and I admit that, but I ain't gonna lie to you. That Samsung Fold, Galaxy Fold, whatever the hell you want to call it, I'm like, okay.
You
okay.
have a tab, you have an iPad. Why do you want a foldable phone? I just don't get it.
I can't take my iPad with me.
Yes, you can. I take my fucking iPad everywhere.
I mean, I can, but it don't fit in my pocket like my phone does.
And here comes that word lazy again.
Oh, I said I'm part of the problem. I'm a hypocrite. I know my flaws. I know that I contribute to the bullshit, but hey, it'll be something different. I'll get it, love it, and then a year later, like,
I'm not getting no foldable phone.
I would like to hear your thoughts on the new watch, because this is the Ultra 1, and you have the 3 now. So, you know, I'll go ahead and take a look or think about upgrading. But I mean, other than that, we've discussed Apple ain't no different than a new Madden. Same shit than a new box.
Nah, yeah, that is facts. That's why you don't buy the new Madden every year. Listen, go.
I can wait. I can let everybody else spend their $1,500, $2,000, whatever you want, and then let be like, oh man, you know, it's a disappointment than what I thought it was. There's a golden rule that me and my cousin, we have said for years, and we have lived by it as far as much as I can remember. Being the early adopter of new technology, you are a beta tester. That is all you are. Don't let anybody else fool you or tell you different. You are the beta tester to work the kinks out. And then the guy who buys it 6 months to a year later is benefiting more than you, especially when he gets it on sale.
And let's just keep the record my cousin is going to go buy that foldable phone, which is going to be first generation, and
I
he's going
sure
to be
fuck
a
will.
beta tester. Listen, hit the comments below. Are you a foldable phone type of person? Because I am not excited. It does not. It does not get me hot and bothered to think about Apple releasing a foldable phone. It does not. I don't want my phone to fold. I just listen. I just need help in the comments. If you want a foldable phone like my cousin, please tell me why. Listen. I just need to gain some understanding. And what problem does that solve? A foldable phone. I just need some answers.
Actually, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna answer that for you. And I'm ashamed to admit I almost got by the AI people on TikTok. The Samsung slash Apple Fold iPhone is probably the closest new-ish ingenuity we'll have with these phones since the Sidekick. And the reason I say that is because I saw a video on TikTok talking about the new Sidekick. It had a touch screen. It was the works, baby. Exclusive to T-Mobile. And it looked so real. I almost fell for it. And I was like, let's go to the T-Mobile website and let's check Google. A quick 30-second but for that moment, I was like, damn, because almost every smartphone, they all look alike. It's a big slab, it's a screen, and then you just tap
Got
it to touch.
cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, cameras and all. You can tap it to touch stuff. So a fold, and I can see why when I believe earlier in the year I told you about that Chinese trifold phone, why everybody was probably so captivated or just all for, because in the realm of smartphones, it was something new, something truly different. It didn't go backwards with the flip shit like they're doing. It truly went like, hey, how about a bigger screen without compromising this thing being able to fit in your pocket? So that's probably the best way I can explain why, me or anyone is like, yeah, phone, oh yeah, okay, be sitting there doing whatever you phone. And let's say you got a 2-hour layover, in Atlanta, and you're like, all right, I'm about to watch this movie. But instead of watching the normal 6.7 whatever inch of your phone, hey, fold it. Oh man, now you got 10 inches. Crazy to sit there and enjoy.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Pause to the max.
That's how I see it. But like my cousin said, let us know, how do you think, feel, etc. with all this news. Are you truly, like me, apprehensive about these upgrades, these new phones? You do it when you feel technology pushed enough, even though we're kind of really at the cusp of technology in phones, just like as we are with graphics and games. But every little bit, every now and then, they'll add a little something that'll be like, interesting.
It's
They know
funny.
you can have that.
It's funny you say that because when Apple announced the iPhone Air, which is that paper sheet thing of a phone, it was somebody. I live for the comment section, and it was somebody in the comment section said, "Bitch, no one asked for this. Let's just give me another sidekick." I said, "Damn, not people in
They
2025
ain't
asking
lying.
for a sidekick." Like, I thought
They
that
ain't
was
lying. Don't
fucking
nobody sit up here and
hilarious.
care about some airplane paper thin. That's probably super fragile.
And got shit battery life.
And got shit battery life. I don't know why Apple has the correlation. The thinner something is, the sexier it is. Where it's like, dude, no, the thinner it is, you got 10 minutes of battery life, 2 minutes for phone call, 5 minutes to watch a video, and then the rest is gonna struggle to send your email out. Like, who wanted that? Why? But I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't know. Like, I really am watching the sale figures for that because I don't know if anybody asked for that, and I don't know who it's for. But I will say this, and I'm really curious because I haven't watched any of the durability videos on YouTube yet.
Oh, they're coming.
I just imagine if you're like 6'3", 280 pounds, and more than ever, people are not buying phone cases or screen protectors just because of the durability of the phone itself. And if you put that in your back pocket and you go sit on a non-cushioned chair, it might be over for that phone. It might be over for that phone. So
all I can say is, hopefully you all get Apple Care Plus, baby.
Oh God, yes. We need listen, we'll talk about that too, because Apple made some changes to the Apple Care Plus, the pricing.
What?
It's become a subscription based thing to whereas at first you can buy 2 years worth of Apple Care. At least I know, and I'm just going to speak on my experience. Like for my phone, for my MacBook, I bought upfront 2 years worth of Apple Care. And so I just didn't have to think about it. Now they're trying to sell you a subscription for 3 devices for $20 a month. And once you kind of do the math, I guess it kind of works out depending. I mean, I don't know. It depends. It's definitely more expensive than buying Apple Care upfront for 2 years. Like when you looked
Okay.
at, I should pull up an
Okay.
old receipt of me buying 2
Wait,
years
hold
worth of
on,
Apple
hold
Care.
on, hold on. Just hold on a second. 'Cause I'm going to say something that you probably are shocked, but I don't buy Apple Care Plus, the 2 year thing. I am subscribed to a subscription of Apple Care Plus
Why?
because, well, if you're a person that has a device for less than 2 years, I can see why you would just go ahead and buy upfront the 2 year thing. Whereas I think my iPad, I can't remember when I bought that iPad. That iPad I probably bought either 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, I was about
And
to say it
Apple
was
Care,
during that crazy time.
yeah, Apple Care Plus for iPad is maybe $5 to $7 a month, as opposed to wherever it was for the 2 years. See, I don't trade in or give up nothing in 2 years.
But
There's
I
another
would think
device I
that would
have.
be even more, that would push you more to just buy the 2 year up front rather than paying it for a subscription.
I'm trying to see. I see. I wouldn't say it's a subscription because I can cancel at any time, but I think once you cancel, you cannot get it back
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
know,
you
like,
can't.
well, yeah. Like on my iPhone, you buy it brand new. They ask you for the Apple Care at the store, and you're like, oh no, whatever. You keep going, and you set the iPhone up. It lets know, like, hey, you need to set your, it gives you a window, like, hey, you got X amount of days to put Apple Care Plus, Apple Care on this phone or whatnot, and I do it. I have, I
Mm-hmm.
think right now maybe $20 on 3 different devices: my phone, my Air Maxes, the watch, the iPad. That's 4 devices. So I can understand if they're going to go like, hey, we're going to do a subscription model from now on. Okay, well, because if you look at the times and like how I was telling you, people are not buying these devices like that every year anymore. So if people are buying the phones less, that means you have less incentive of getting somebody to buy the Apple Care thing. If you're going to hold on to your device more than 2 years, then hey, we're going to give you an option to protect said phone more than the 2 year mark. And I see that's how and what they do. Like someone like me, I see no reason to upgrade my iPad. And it's like, for what? When the other iPad does what iPads do, why do I need to change it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I don't see a problem with that
Yeah,
because
it's not like I'm saying there's an issue. I'm just saying the money has increased per product per amount of
Mhm.
time. I did a quick math, and even at $20, depending on the type of products, and especially too, I went to the Apple store recently and I said, oh, that's an interesting thing. You do 3 products for $20 a month. Every product after that is an extra $6. Okay, cool. But I still have Apple Care on my product. How are y'all going to give me credit for that? And the man said, ooh, it's kind of like you got to do it going forward, I guess, because I don't know. And maybe the salesperson then just didn't know the answer and how they would approach that. Listen, I started buying Apple Care 2 year on my phone because when I did the math, I have Verizon. I think insurance was $20, $25 a month. And when I did the math per month for Apple Care, shit, it was $9, $11. I said, oh, drop. See you later, Verizon. Not paying that then. And I went and started buying Apple Care for my phones going forward. So it's just a little thing I noticed when I was purchasing the watch and the iPhone this year is that they are pushing this subscription based Apple Care coverage for 3 devices for $20. I mean, it's here to stay. Look, there's no going back now. Apple, like I said, companies are looking for more and more ways to make money on a constant monthly basis because they know you're not
absolutely,
buying products every year. So they're trying to nickel and dime you every month.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So I
but
pulled up my info Apple Care Plus on my iPad Pro is $4.99. Apple Care Plus on my Watch Ultra $4.99, and Apple Care Plus with theft and whatever the hell else it is on my phone is $13.50. So I'm already at that $20-ish whatever
Yeah, so
thing, and
the
that's 3
prescription
devices.
will work for you.
That worked for me because I'm not someone who in 2 years or less is going to be like, oh hey, yeah, give me new. So that would work out for me a lot.
Yeah,
And
and I think you can actually sign up for that subscription like now, like on the website. If you have 3 devices that is currently under Apple Care, you can switch over now so you can start saving money. So, and like I said,
yeah,
it
I'm
goes
gonna
beyond.
look into that.
Yeah, it goes beyond just having 3 devices. Like you can add a fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh, but every device after that is just an extra $6 a month. So yeah, I mean, if you got like 15 things that's covered on the Apple Care Plus, it probably will save you money in the long
More than
run.
likely.
So yeah, more than
To answer the
likely.
questions you were talking about, that guy at the store, yeah, he probably didn't have an answer to that because that scenario has not come up. You probably want to call Apple themselves to handle that, the
Yeah, I remember
crediting
about
or
your
someone like that.
experience.
That was one. And then two, I started buying Apple Care Plus because cell phone carrier insurance is
Ooh,
bullshit
for no reason.
for no reason. So, quick story time for the youngins. Cell phone insurance used to be maybe $10 at a certain point, and the way it worked was this was back when you had contract with phones. They don't do that anymore. Things got too expensive. But back in the day when you had a 2-year contract with a phone carrier and you had insurance, if something happened with your phone, you used to just go up to the store, they pull it up, saw you had insurance, and just swap the phones out, swap the SIM card, and like, all right, here you go, and just roll on about your business. Nowadays, I have AT&T, and this might have been with T-Mobile, or this might have been the early years of us with AT&T. But I know we had an issue with a phone. We went through the insurance, and I was like, yeah, you got to pay a $200 deposit. $200 deposit?
Oh
If you've
yeah,
already had insurance
yeah,
for 1 or 2 years, they've already gotten that money on you. So why are you paying a deposit, but I still have to pay
yeah,
a monthly fee? The
yeah.
reason I went to Apple Care Plus because Apple Care, depending on the coverage you have an issue with the phone, you just take it to the Apple store and they will take care of whatever. Now it might be a small fee of like, oh, $20 here
$49.
or something or whatever. I don't know. It depends. I know my experience when I had an issue with my phone and the screen was cracked. And I went to the Apple store. The moment he pulled up and saw I had Apple Care Plus, it was almost like, oh, VIP. Sir, come this way. You don't need to wait. Come right here. Okay. They took a look at the device and he was like, you know what? We ain't even gonna try to fix this. We're gonna get you a new phone, sir. I paid $20 deductible and I was out the door. I was in there for less than 30 minutes. Smooth and easy. So I was like, oh, well, we will never go back to paying cell phone carrier insurance. And then not to mention with the cell phone carriers, you pay that $200 deductible, and that's whether they have the phone in stock or not. Sometimes they don't have them. And they're like, oh, you gotta wait 2-3 days for it to come to be shipped to you, and then you gotta ship the old one back. And it's like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
What?
that was the issue
No.
too. To
Yeah,
where
no, we're
you
not
walk
doing
into the
that.
Apple store, you leave with a new phone that day. Yeah,
You leave
that
with a
was an issue.
new phone. New phone. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'll take a look into that though, since I do have multiple devices.
Yeah, well, with that, we're gonna wrap up the episode.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?